What's going on, everybody? Hair here, and yes, here we are. It's finally here. August is here. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, the massive pay-per-view event. Been waiting for this for a few months. It was announced in April, I believe. So we've just been waiting for months. Summer's passed pretty much, and we're here. We're finally here. What's going to happen? Well, Nate Diaz hasn't been in the UFC for a bit. Contract ended, and now he's fighting Jake Paul, who's coming off his first loss to Tommy Fury, a legit boxer, and now he's going back to his roots, fighting retired MMA fighters. Now that's not a shot at Jake Paul, because at the end of the day, call him what you want, he still knocked out Tyron Woodley, former UFC champ, knocked down Anderson Silva, one of the GOATs, even though he's pushing 50 years old. Still, Jake Paul's not no slump. He's not a slump. He has a legit right hand, and I think he's a legit boxer too. Let's get that out of the way. I'm not hating on Jake Paul at all. I think, he's great for what he's done so far. Only boxing for 3, 4, 5 years, whatever the case may be, and then fighting these legends, these top guys. You put anybody else fighting them in their first 3 years of training, first 4 years of training, I don't think it's going to end the way Jake Paul does. I think he's done great for his career so far, but I do think he should try to keep fighting these older MMA guys to build his resume, because these boxing guys that have been boxing since they were kids, it's very tough. Now, I did fight Tommy Fury pretty well, but Tommy obviously won that fight. Now here with Nate Diaz, it's interesting because Nate is a volume puncher. He doesn't punch very hard, but he's a volume puncher. He has a cardio for days. He has the thinnest scar tissue of all time. He's gonna bleed as soon as they breathe on him. Now, how does this go? Now, Nate, I believe he has a very stiff stance, almost like Cejudo's. It's very stiff. He's very hittable. Now, Jake has a lot of power in that right hand of his, which makes me think, okay, so is Jake gonna knock out another MMA dude? Part of me thinks he is. Now, everything is saying go for Jake's gonna win this fight. Jake's younger, Jake's stronger. Nate's old. He hasn't fought in a while. He's a little slower. He has been beat up a lot, taking a lot of shots to the head. I don't like his stance for boxing. Now, he's a great boxer, Golden Gloves, I believe, but I don't like his stance for just boxing only. I think he's very hittable, and if Jake can land that right hand that he lands, I think that can put Nate Diaz out. That being said, I don't know what it is in me. I kind of feel like Nate's gonna win this fight, and that's back to the drawing board for Jake. Now, why? I'm saying because Nate's a he's a pressure fighter in general. He's not gonna back down. The whole time he's gonna pressure Jake. I think that's going to cause some problems for Jake. I think Jake's not going to know what to do. I'm sure he's going to watch film and know all that Nate's going to do that, but one thing is watching, one thing is doing, and I think Nate's going to overwhelm him with his shots, and I think Nate wins the decision, which is crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but I think Nate wins the decision. I don't think he'll win by knockout or anything like that, TKO, but I think he'll win by decision just by pressuring, not landing more shots, being more active. That's just what I think. It should be a fun fight. People want to hate on the fight and all that, but it's fun. Jake Paul brought fun to boxing, because boxing it's not always that fun. So we'll see. I have Nate. I'll probably be wrong, but I got Nate winning this fight. We'll see.